I always like to do predictions about like both fighters. Of course, Thurman from Florida, so you got to
Florida boys.
Florida boy. But at the same time, this is a tough fight for him because Fundora is no easy task. But it's an age thing, and like he said, it's age, it's family. You know what I'm saying? It's knowledge.
Life is different, yeah.
Yeah, we know where to go. We know what we need to do. We know how we feel because we've been through this several times. With a young kid, he don't know. He's just learning. So for him, he got to stay at it.
Power of now, man. The backstories, the layoffs, the injuries, none of that matters right here, right now.
Keith Thurman could lose the fight in the first round, and no one is ready for what Fonfara has planned. Every prediction, every expert opinion, every punch could change the game. Can Thurman really survive the pressure and prove the critics wrong? Or is Fonfara about to shock the world?
Only this fight matters. Y'all got short-term memories on TikTok anyway, scrolling all day long. Keith Thurman needs one new highlight reel, and we're going to get the world hyped once again about the Thurman show.
Yeah.
With the fight just a day away, Roy Jones Jr. and top sports analysts dropped their final predictions for Thurman versus Fonfara. Roy Jones Jr. is clear. Thurman has just one way to take this win if he hopes to come out on top.
He got two ways. Ain't no windows, ain't none of that. He got two ways, the front door and the back door. Now he got to be tricky because he got to make sure front door thinks he's at the front when he comes through the back, or he got to make sure front door thinks he's at the back when he comes through the front. But the name of two ways enough for him because, truthfully speaking, there's no way he's gonna outpoint Sebastian Fonfara. You understand me? That's just not gonna happen. So one time is looking for a KO. One time I already said when he hit him, his mind gonna change, and that's what his plan is. To hit him and change his mind. Mess up all the cellular thoughts in his body. That's what he wants to do because he knows.
The cells in his brain gonna say morning.
That's the only way for him to win. He knows that.
After that, Andre Ward shared his thoughts on Keith Thurman versus Sebastian Fonfara, analyzing the dangers each fighter faces as fight night approaches.
If you're the younger guy by 7-8 years, whatever it is, you want to set that pace. Now, you don't want to be stupid because that power is still there.
Yeah.
Right? That IQ is still there, and you can run into a shot. Keith Thurman is still very, very good. We haven't seen a lot of them, but we saw the few fights that he had over the last couple of years, and it's not like he doesn't have it anymore. He still can get out of the way. He still can, he still got the power and he still got a skill set. The question is, can he do it against this guy? But I think for Fundora is going to be who he's always been. He's going to look for action. He's going to try to close the space. And even when they're inside, I said that Fundora doesn't use his height or his reach. Technically, it's still very hard to hit a target that tall. He's 6'5.5". So even though they're inside.
Roy dives into the details behind his pick, showing why this matchup is tighter and more unpredictable than most fans expect.
Predictions about like both fighters. Of course, Thurman from Florida, so you got
Florida boys.
Florida boy. But at the same time, this is a tough fight for him because Fundora is no easy task. Now, the good thing about Thurman is he knows what's at hand. He knows what it takes to take down the giant. You understand me? He understands everything about what's going on right now. And that is a beautiful thing. Although he's been inactive, he still knows what he needs to do. And I love that part about it. Fundora, on the other hand, he already knows what he up against yet because he's seen Keith, but he never been in front of Keith. You understand me? So he don't quite have the experience that Keith has. But Fundora is an exceptional fighter with crazy talent, crazy skills. How do you find a 6'6" guy, 6'6" tall?
Analyst Mike Coppinger called it a battle, predicting Sebastian Fonfara and Keith Thurman will deliver relentless, non-stop action.
Look, I think it's an excellent fight. I think it's going to be an action fight next. You're talking about a guy in Fundora who's only in action fights, and Thurman, I think people forget, right? Because it's been a while since he's really been at the top. He's been inactive, but he's been in a ton of action fights too, whether it was Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, and I think this is going to be a more competitive fight than a lot of people think.
Gabriel Rosado favored Sebastian Fonfara, yet cautioned that Keith Thurman's strength and experience could easily flip the fight.
Only ever been at the worst competitive with somebody.
Come on
right?
now.
It should be a good action fight, but does Keith have a chance to win?
It's a toss-up. I think he has the experience, he has the IQ, and he definitely has the punching power, to keep Fundora honest. And I think with Fundora's volume of punches, he's going to leave holes in there for Keith to be able to throw those big shots in between. So, you know, I lean a little bit towards Fundora, but
Brian Mendoza warns that a focused, recharged Thurman might become Fonfara's worst nightmare.
You know, like Thurman, you know, was kind of figuring things out height-wise and just difficulty-wise with it. And he's just, I'm kind of hearing the right things, so I feel like he might, you know, get the job done. I'm still kind of leaning towards Fundora because the only thing that makes me hesitate on that is that we have to see if Thurman can still be young. You know, every time he fights, we're like, okay, the ring rush is gonna look old, and he does it. You know, he comes back sharp. He looks rested, if anything. So as long as he's not old, I think he's a very dangerous style for Fundora.
Do you think Fundora's improvement has been overstated?
Yeah.
Roly Romero believes Thurman's punching power could hurt Fonfara, yet Fonfara's height still gives him the edge.
Counting out Keith Thurman, I don't know, well, the inactivity and all that, but you got to realize this: Keith Thurman is a monstrous puncher, and on top of it, he likes to throw loopy shots, and that's what Fundora gets hit with a lot. So, I mean, but also, I mean, that dude has a cheat code, so he's like, well, like.
As excitement hit its peak, official predictions started pouring in, with experts dissecting every angle of the fight. Teddy Atlas broke it down, questioning if Keith Thurman had the stamina for a hard battle, cautioning that Sebastian Fonfara would keep relentless pressure, turning it into a test of whether Thurman could survive all the rounds.
That's a question for Teddy Atlas. That's what I'm asking myself. If he has to go there, can he go there? Because I think he might have to go there. Because Fundora, either you're going to hurt him, you're going to knock him out, which he gives you a chance to do, or he's going to take you to that dark place. He's going to test what's inside you. He's going to test how much you want to still do this. He's going to do that because he's going to keep coming behind that jab, that long jab that he doesn't care if it's long or short. He's going to keep coming, and he is using his height a little better than he used to. He's making it harder for you, but he does still stand straight up.
Zooming in on the details, Teddy Atlas pointed out Keith Thurman's fast left hook as a major weapon, capable of catching Sebastian Fonfara when he's upright or closing in. He stressed that Thurman is a precise, athletic puncher rather than a heavy knockout hitter, making timing and accuracy, not sheer power, his biggest edge in this matchup.
Uses his legs to get in, to deliver it, real quick. I could see opportunities where Fundora is standing straight up, gets into that pocket, into the other man's punching zone, too close, and all of a sudden Thurman can come from outside, inside, bop, and hit him a left hook right on the chin. And here's the question: what happens? I'm gonna shock some people. I told you all the great things I think about Thurman. You know what I don't think? I don't think he's the one-time, that was his name, one-time Keith Thurman. I never thought he was that puncher. I thought he was a good puncher, very athletic, I said that already, but I never thought he was that. He's a good puncher, he can knock you out.
Going deeper, Roy Jones Jr. explained that Keith Thurman faces a challenge against Sebastian Fonfara's height, making even close-range exchanges awkward. He pointed out that Thurman's punches could lose some force from those angles, meaning he'd need to lean on timing and accuracy over raw power to make an impact.
The opponent is not eye to eye to you, so Keith Thurman still has to punch up.
And it takes away from your power, punching up. You understand me? So it's like, it's going to be tough for Keith because, I mean, like you said, he's going to be inside with a guy that's not eye to eye, a guy you got to punch up to, which is going to take away from some of that punching power because gravity pulls down, not up. You're going against gravity when you're going up. So it's gonna make it very difficult there too.
Man, this is one of my favorite storylines going into a big fight. I love two young guys that are trying to cross over into a different realm if they beat one another. But I also love this too, when you have an older fighter who still got some left in the tank. Can he get it done against the...
Keeping it real, Sebastian Fonfara said all the pre-fight hype and media chatter vanished the moment the bell rings. He He acknowledged Keith Thurman's long career and strong confidence, but made it clear that past achievements don't determine a new fight. For Fonfara, everything shifts once they're in the ring, and the only thing that counts is who executes better in those critical moments.
And this sport of boxing, it's called the hurt business as well. People want to see knockouts, people want to see the blood, people want to see violence. My last fight, I had a shirt that said "Silence is violence." In boxing, there's no talking. You could talk all you want outside the ring, but as soon as you step into the ring, it's a whole different story.
Do you think he's talking too much, and does that get you more mad that it doesn't matter to you going into the fight?
We all know Keith Thurman. We all know Keith Thurman's a big talker. Of course, he backs it up all the time, great fighter. But we all know that he likes to talk, and he'll go on for 30 minutes, an hour, and I don't know how he does it. Applause to him for doing that because, talking for a minute for me is like, dang, man, time's going so.
As the pressure mounted, Keith Thurman responded with full confidence, saying he had already cracked Sebastian Fonfara's code and knew how to dismantle him. He blended playful banter with serious intent, teasing a clear game plan and warning he'd show Fonfara exactly what happens when they clash. Thurman made it clear he wasn't distracted by hype or outside talk, emphasizing that his focus was on more than just a win. For him, this fight is about making a statement and creating a defining moment for his legacy.
There's always somebody out there who's got your number, man. Always somebody, and I believe I got it. Plus, your man Mendoza here, we were just chatting. He gave me the cheat code. He said, it's up, left, down, move to the left, move to the right, check up, then give him the right, 90. All right? So we're going to give you that flashback, man. Don't worry. You might have forgot. It's okay. I don't know. You see his face? You remember a little bit? You remember it? Don't worry, I'll help you remember come March 28th, all right? Look, man, this is boxing. This is greatness. Think I'm here for the belt? You think I'm here for you, for the fame? Man, I'm here to make history.
Talking about the matchup, Tim Bradley sided with Keith Thurman, but warned it wouldn't be simple. He described Sebastian Fonfara as a pressure fighter who thrives under heat and comes fully ready. Bradley emphasized that Fonfara can take big shots and respond even stronger, suggesting Thurman hasn't faced this kind of challenge in years. He also highlighted Fonfara's fearless mentality, the type that never backs down once the fight begins.
I'm not gonna lie, I've been praying for Keith Thurman. However, he fighting one of my fellow brethrens from Coachella, California. We don't mind that damn heat. Sebastian Fonfara don't mind that damn heat. He actually embraces it. Fonfara's the type of fighter that come in with his mind already made up. I ain't going nowhere. I'm about to take your best, but can you take mine? He a soldier. He a soldier. Yeah. It's been a minute since he been knocked on his ass, I'm not gonna lie.
Expanding on that, Bradley explained how Thurman could take an early lead, highlighting his fast footwork, sharp angles, and ability to unleash quick combination bursts. He admitted Thurman's ring IQ could create dangerous moments, especially with well-timed right-hand shots. But Bradley stressed that keeping up that success under relentless pressure wouldn't be easy, suggesting that early advantages might vanish if Thurman couldn't sustain them.
You know what's coming. That's what it is. Oh, you gonna try your hat. Oh, you gonna try hard, Keith. Oh yeah, you got a little heart. You got a little heart, bro. Yeah, you gonna try. You gonna try. Oh yeah, you gonna have a little success too, because early on you gonna have some quick feet, and you gonna be trying to slide in the range. Explode in with combinations. Try to bag this man off, knock this dude off his block, right? Make him pick up his feet a little bit. You might have some success with that, You might let him come to you and, you a good thinker, Keith. I ain't gonna lie. You got a high boxing IQ, bruh. Oh, you got a high boxing IQ.
Adding more insight, sports commentator Lehen McCoy supported Keith Thurman, highlighting his ring IQ, movement, and all-around skills in the ring. Max Kellerman added that Thurman would need a game-changing moment to overcome Sebastian Fonfara's non-stop pressure, size, and reach. They stressed that while Thurman has the tools, landing a decisive shot could be the turning point to swing the fight his way.
He got the famous all-star Hall of Famer Winky Wright in his corner helping him out down there. We forget how good Keith Thurman is. You talk about intelligence, ring IQ, he can move, he can box, he can fight, he can do it all. We forget that one time he's gonna do it one more time. I'm going with Keith Thurman for the win.
No, it's interesting when you think about the way Thurman might win the fight. I think he needs to land something fight-altering at some point.
That's right.
Like a big shot. Because what you said earlier, Mike, is true. Fundora has such a high work rate, plus he enjoys the height and the reach. It's difficult if the fight just kind of goes along. At some point, Keith is going to have to do something big in that fight. Seems to.
Looking at both sides, Giant Andes admitted he was conflicted. At first, he leaned toward Sebastian Fonfara, citing his youth, size, and reach edge. Yet Andes also felt Thurman could pull off a surprise, landing the right shot at the perfect moment. He noted Thurman's long layoff was a worry, but instinct sometimes spoke louder than logic. He left the possibility open for an upset, hinting this fight might defy expectations.
At first, I was thinking like Fundora gonna win, but now I got a weird feeling. I don't know. I got a weird feeling that Keith Thurman gonna win. I don't know why and I don't know how, but I got a weird feeling that Keith Thurman gonna win, or he might drive him or something. Like I don't know. I think he might just catch him. Like,
yo, I see everybody picking Fundora, right? And
I think Fundora. I really think Fundora gonna win because he. Well, at first I was thinking Fundora was gonna win because he younger. He got the length. He got the reach. Thurman old. I don't think. When the last time he been in the ring? I don't remember the last time he been in the ring.
he fought in Australia not too long ago, but before that he been out of the ring for a minute.
Giving a balanced view, Greg Hockett noted that Sebastian Fonfara has been steadily improving, but this would be his toughest challenge yet. He questioned how much Thurman could still deliver at this level, pointing out the wear on his body despite glimpses of form in recent bouts. Hockett admitted Thurman still had energy left, but doubted if it would be enough to handle Fonfara's size and endure the full fight. He stressed that a smart game plan would be key for Thurman to survive that constant pressure.
I feel like Fundora's been on the roll, he's been getting better. But I would say this is the best fighter he's been in the ring with so far, or will be getting in the ring with thus far. Keith Thurman at the same time, he's been through a lot in boxing, he's been through a lot with his body. We don't really know how much he has left on this level. We seen him with Brock Jarvis, got him right out of there. That's what he's supposed to do. You Keith Thurman. That shows to us that he still got some gas. There's still some gas there, but do you have it to be in there with a giant and going to war with him all night? Is the game plan really that sturdy?
Building on that, Hockett emphasized what's at stake, noting Thurman would bring his usual intensity, but questioned whether Fonfara would adapt or stick to his standard approach. He pointed out that a Thurman win could vault him back to the top, while a Fonfara victory would put him in elite company, given that only Manny Pacquiao had beaten Thurman. Hockett also highlighted Thurman's movement and athleticism as major assets, but raised concerns about his age, suggesting that his legs and endurance might ultimately determine the outcome.
It's going to be a great fight though, because Keith Thurman for the most part is a man of his word. He's going to fight you. You know what I'm saying? But Fundora is going to try to make adjustments, or is he just going to go in there and beat Fundora? It's a lot riding on it. It's a lot riding on it because Thurman could put himself top of the weight class. A win like that put you at the top of the weight class, to be honest. And if Fundora win, he go on a great list because the only man to beat Keith Thurman is Manny Pacquiao. So, this is actually a great fight.
Giving his honest take, Gary Muscle Jr. admitted he was conflicted. He felt loyalty to Thurman because of their history, but still leaned toward Sebastian Fonfara. He stressed he was rooting for Thurman and knew he always had a puncher's chance, especially if he connected with a big shot. Yet, Muscle JR admitted that when it came to a prediction, his instincts favored Fonfara as the more probable winner.
I was asking my prediction. Honestly, just got finished putting a little run in it, man. I was thinking about the fight, man. Keith Thurman and Fundora. Everything in me want to go with Keith. That's my man. We came up together. We go way back. But there's a big part of me that actually want to go with Fundora. My bad, Keith, man. But I got to keep it real with myself and the fans, man. I just wanted to put it out there, man. I'm rooting for Keith. I hope Keith win. He definitely always got a puncher's chance. Hopefully he can get Fundora up out of there. But in my personal opinion, I'm going with Fundora, man.
Joining the debate, Bernie the Boxer sided with Sebastian Fonfara over Keith Thurman, arguing Thurman hasn't been a serious knockout threat in years and seldom drops top opponents. He noted that aside from moments like the Brock Jarvis fight, Thurman hasn't shown that finishing power, leaning more on his past reputation than recent form, making Fonfara the safer pick heading into the matchup.
About next week, you got Keith Thurman versus Fundora.
Yeah, I'm favoring Fundora.
Yeah.
I'm favoring Fundora. I think Keith Thurman he doesn't knock nobody out now. He doesn't knock nobody down. Those was at the lower level that he was knocking people out. He had a big reputation in the amateurs, which was 20 years ago. And he hasn't been one time in a long time. It sounds good, but he's not knocking anybody out.
Adding to the predictions, Abel Sanchez voiced concerns about Keith Thurman's long layoffs, warning that time away from the ring could dull his timing and sharpness in a high-pressure fight. He noted that these breaks might make it harder for Thurman to perform at his best against someone like Sebastian Fonfara, who maintains a relentless pace. Still, Sanchez backed Fonfara to take the win, but stressed he doesn't see it as a blowout, more of a controlled, calculated victory than a dramatic knockout.
B has been too inactive as of late. He's had several years off, a couple times, 3 times, I think, and I think that's gonna hold him back in this fight. He's getting a little older. He's 35, 36, somewhere in there, and Fundora seems to be getting better, not much better, but getting better as a champion. So I see a tough fight for Fundora, but I see Fundora winning it. I don't see Sebastian having a dramatic knockout over Keith Thurman. I think Keith Thurman is going to go 12 rounds, and if it gets stopped, it just be in the corner where, just like with Nonita Donaire the other night. Just there's a time when it's over.
With everything at stake, Keith Thurman faces a brutal challenge against Sebastian Fonfara's size and relentless pressure. It's a battle of timing versus toughness, where one moment could shift everything. Thurman aims to land a big shot, while Fonfara looks to break him down. This fight will determine the next chapter for both fighters. Now it all comes down to fight night. Who do you think takes it? Comment below, like the video, and subscribe for more boxing action. This video is for information and educational purposes, only to keep boxing fans updated. All opinions, predictions, and analysis are presented fairly and do not promote violence or betting. We created this content to be unique and informative, using AI assistance to help deliver insights and breakdowns. All clips, names, and references follow YouTube's fair use policy.